Okay, another characteristic of the mysteries is that they were secret. Now, why were the mysteries secret? Well, let me tell you, modern Freemasonry is still secret, right? Do we have any Masons in the crowd? Few will admit, okay. Yeah, exactly. Oh, well, you can admit you're a Mason. That's not forbidden. But you can't tell what goes on inside a Masonic meeting, right? You have taken vows of secrecy that you will not reveal the secrets of Freemasonry. Well, let me tell you, non-Masons, that you can go to any decent-sized library in this country and find a book which will tell you all of the secrets of Masonry. Someone has once said that the greatest secret of Masonry is that it has no secrets. They've all been published, every blessed one of them. And not always completely accurately, but they have all been published. Well, then what's this business about taking powerful oaths never to reveal a secret which is already in print all over the place? I will suggest to you that the mysteries, the secrets of both the ancient mysteries and of modern Freemasonry have exactly the same function. It's not to keep some information secret. What did Aristotle say? The mysteries are not about learning something. They're not about information. Rather, the mysteries are about an experience. Now, how many of you have ever in your lives bitten into a slice of lemon? Everyone, I should have it, or something similar, right? Could you tell someone who had never tasted a lemon what it is like to bite into a slice of lemon? Could you describe that adequately in words? And I'll suggest you cannot. You can sort of talk around it. You can talk symbolically about it. And if you're talking to somebody who has had the same experience you had, you can communicate. But you're not communicating because what you have said with your words. You've communicated because you have tapped into something in that other person which revives an experience they had. All experiences are essentially incommunicable. Every experience is essentially entirely personal. The ancient mysteries, and indeed modern Freemasonry, are about an experience. And the experience is caused by the ceremony of initiation. And the fact is, I can't tell you about that initiation because I can't tell you anything really important about it. Because it's an experience. And unless you've had it, I can't describe it. I could tell you what happens, literally, but my vows of secrecy mean I can't even do that. But those vows of secrecy are themselves symbolic. The vow of secrecy in the mysteries and in Freemasonry are themselves symbols. They are symbols of the fact that the most important things in life cannot be put into words. Can you describe what love is? We'll get away from something as trivial as a slice of lemon. Can you describe what love is? Not just how you might feel, not just how you might behave, but what is love? Don't you think love is a great mystery? Do we have any Harry Potter fans in the crowd? If we do, you will remember, if you've read at least through book 5, that in the Ministry of Magic, which is the great governing body in the magical world, there is in the basement of that vast building something called the Department of Mysteries, where they study the mysteries of life. And the mysteries of life include death, time, consciousness, free will. But there's one room in the Department of Mysteries which is locked, and nobody can get in it. And in that room they study, Professor Dumbledore tells Harry Potter at one point, they study the greatest mystery of all, the mystery which nobody understands. And what is that mystery? Love. Right? It's the one thing that Harry has throughout his whole being, from a sacrifice his mother made for him. The really important things in life we cannot talk about. We can't put them into words. And so the promises of secrecy in the mysteries and in Freemasonry, I believe, are symbolic of the fact that what is really important cannot be described, cannot be talked about. It can only be experienced. Okay, another, I must move on or we will never get through everything. Another characteristic of the mysteries, however, is that they were extraordinarily democratic. Now, we don't normally think of the ancient world as being much of a democratic world, do we? Well, Athens is supposed to be the home of democracy, but were there slaves in Athens? Oh, yes, of course there were. Right? The mysteries initiated anyone who wished to be initiated. Initiated the leading members of society. It initiated slaves. It made no difference whether you were educated or uneducated. It made no difference whether you were a great athlete or a stumblebum. It made no difference whether you were a man or a woman. Everybody was equal in the mysteries. And that was characteristic of almost all of the mysteries. The only one I know of that was not characteristic of was the mysteries of Mithra, which was limited to men. And it went primarily through the army. But generally speaking, the ancient mysteries were all open to any person who sincerely desired to enter into them. The mysteries involved always an antithesis between opposites, so that there is and a surprise as one faces new experiences. So, for example, the initiate would be blindfolded and go through the first part of the initiation in the ancient mysteries without seeing, and then have the blindfold removed, have the bag pulled off his head. Lots of other similar cases within the mysteries of a juxtaposition of opposites. And this, of course, has to do with the fact that the mysteries are concerned with death and resurrection, with dying and being reborn, the two greatest opposites in all of life. All right. It is said then that the mysteries had something which was told, and that's the myth that lies behind the particular mystery. They had something which was shown, and these are symbolic objects. There's a great example of this in the Eleusinian mysteries. One of the later church fathers wanted to make fun of the Eleusinian mysteries because the church fathers were not in favor of them. And they said, you know what that hierophant, that high priest, does in the mysteries when you get to just the top point of it, just the acme of it, the very center of the mysteries? Do you know what he does? He holds up a stalk of grain. That's it. Big mystery. The church father was making fun of the mysteries. But why is that a strange thing for him to have done? Well, if any of you are familiar with liturgical Christianity, Roman Catholicism, Orthodox, Eastern Orthodox, Episcopalianism, you will know that the main church service is the Lord's